you are all having an amazing week. Guys, this is our 4th official Ask Kimberly Q&A, and I am so excited. It feels like every single week we do these, they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and there are more questions every time. If you guys are new to the whole Q&A thing, here is how it works. Every other week on social media, whether it be Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, I'm putting out a surprise Q&A. And then you guys are asking all your relationship questions and questions for me, and I am answering those questions in a video every other week here on YouTube. So this is the 4th video. This is the 4th time we're doing it, and oh my god. Guys, there were moments when I was like sweating because I was like, there is no way I'm gonna be able to read all of these questions. They just keep getting more massive. But to me, I'm just so grateful that you have all of these questions, and I'm so excited to help in any way that I can. Guys, you may have noticed that on Snapchat, it was really crazy. Like, I didn't even take a screenshot of most of the snaps because I didn't even get a chance to open all of them. That's how many there were. And I'm really sorry, guys. Please forgive me that I didn't get a chance. I'm gonna try my best, but every time we do this, it just keeps getting more and more overwhelming. So I'm just opening things randomly and trying to find questions that I think are gonna be helpful for everybody. That being said, guys, if you're asking questions on multiple forums, you're a lot more likely to get seen. So please do that. I really appreciate it because I really wanna help you guys out. Okay, you guys, now let's dive right into these questions. But before we do, if you're new to Ask Kimberly, obviously make sure you are subscribed to this channel because it is the most fun every single week. We have an amazing time over here at Ask Kimberly. And make sure you are following me on social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, so you do not miss the next live Q&A and get your chance to get your question answered in the next live Q&A video here on YouTube. Okay guys, it's time for question 1. Are you excited? Okay guys, this question is from Victoria over on Facebook. She says, hey Kimberly, I love your vids. So I'm in high school and I've been in a relationship for 2 months. We get a little sexual. Do you think I'm too young to get sexual? Hashtag Ask Kimberly. Okay Victoria, this is such a good question. The truth is there's no right or wrong age to start getting intimate with your partner. I think the real key is that you're in a relationship where you feel safe and where you really like the other person and where you really, really trust the other person. So guys, what I really, really want you to remember is that when you're in your teen years, your brain is still developing, like it's still changing so much. And the biggest thing that changes when we get older and more mature is that we start to understand some of the consequences of our actions. So we start to understand what might happen if we engage in behavior. So what I want to tell you guys is if you're thinking of getting intimate with your partner, make sure you protect yourself physically and emotionally. So make sure you're using some kind of birth control and protecting yourself from STIs. Make sure to the best of your ability that this is a relationship with someone who you trust and who you really like, because when we get physical with someone, it emotionally bonds us to them in a certain way. So if we get our heart broken after that, it can actually hurt a little bit more than if we hadn't gotten intimate in the first place. So before you go into anything, think about what might happen if that person did break up with you after you get a little sexual. Finally guys, I always think it's such a good idea to have some kind of adult in your life to talk to. It doesn't have to be your mom or dad if that's uncomfortable. In the ideal situation, you'd be able to tell them everything and they'd be fully supportive of you, but there are a lot of other adults around that care about your emotions. So whether it be your family doctor, whether it be like a counselor at school, a big brother or sister, or even like a cool aunt or uncle that you can talk to about your sexual experiences, I think this is the ideal situation because you want to make sure that you have someone to talk to about all of these new experiences that you're going through. I actually still think one of the best things you can do is go to your mom or dad and be like, Mom or Dad, I'm going through a lot at school. Like, can I have a counselor? I feel like any parent in their right mind would say, okay, yes, we're gonna get you someone to talk to. And then you can divulge all your secrets and feel like you're totally heard and supported when you're going through all of these experiences in your life. If you have had a sexual experience that you regret, guys, don't feel guilty. You can let it go. We all make choices in our lives. We all make mistakes sometimes. It's good to be prepared and think about these things in advance. But guys, if something has already happened, you've already made that choice, do not drag yourself through the mud about it, because we can't always fully predict what's gonna happen. If we go somewhere with someone and then that person breaks our heart, we couldn't have predicted that that was gonna happen. All we can do is make the best choice we can right now. So maybe you have something that you regret doing in your life, whether it be like sexual or otherwise. Guys, don't worry about it. It's part of your life now. All you can do is change the way you are in the future and use that as an experience that's helped you guide your future decisions. It's not that big a deal. Okay guys, moving on to question 2. Who's excited? Oh my gosh, you guys, this question is so sweet. It's from Puma Parveen Akhtar. She says, hi Kimberly, I feel so good seeing you and getting your positive vibes, smiley face with hearts. Thank you for making us up. Your smile makes me so happy. My question is, how can we maintain our positivity when we are going through a very hard time and nothing is in our favor. It makes us low and we even lose focus from our goals. And as a result, it turns into stress and pain inside. Yuma, oh my gosh. I feel like every girl or guy watching this can relate to that question, and I can totally relate to it too. I think there are times in life where we feel like nothing is going right. Like nothing is working out for us, nothing's in our favor. Like one hard thing just like happens after another and it feels so painful. Pain is like the worst thing any human can feel, I think. And it sucks. Like nobody wants to go through that. If there's anything I've learned in my life is that for me as a woman in academia, first of all, getting a doctoral degree, having to work my way, fight my way through grad school, putting myself through school, I served tables, I worked a bar, I even danced on a bar at one time, like Coyote Ugly. I did whatever it took to get me through school. And I had the determination of like knowing that in the end I would reach my goals. It didn't matter what bad things were happening. I have been there. I've been in a place where I felt like total rock bottom and I was like, what am I doing? Guys, I think that the best way to get through some of those tough times is to know that you have a goal. To know that there's something that you're focusing on that's driving you, or someone that you're helping, or some kind of future goal of helping other people or finding your meaning in life. When you're able to just focus on that one goal, that one light at the end of the tunnel, it makes your life a lot easier in the now. So guys, if you're struggling right now, if there's a lot of hard things that are happening for you, just think of that one thing that makes you happy. One thing in your future that's gonna make you, your life so great. I don't know what it is for you. Guys, tell me what your dreams are in the comments below. This question is really meaningful to me because I feel like I've been through so much that you guys won't know, and you're not gonna see that side of me here on YouTube. You guys get the positive side because now I'm in such a good place in my life. But just because you see the side of Kimberly doesn't mean that the other things don't exist too. But when you have that purpose and that meaning and that love in your life, sometimes it just makes those other things float away. And that's what I wanted to do for you guys. I want that light of hope to let some of those other things flutter away so you can focus on the positive and the happy things in your life. Yuma, I hope that answers your question. Question 3 is from Kira. She is from my everything family, Snapchat family, Facebook family, Twitter family. She asked me so many questions. She's so sweet, you guys. So Kira says, is it a good idea to date a boy your best friend used to like? Oh my gosh. Can you guys relate to this? I can totally relate to this. I feel like everyone can. Sometimes when there's somebody cute in the world, it's like we want to claim that person as our own, and sometimes our friends do that and it feels totally unfair. The answer to this question is actually yes. It's okay to date a guy that your friend used to like, but I think you need to deal with it very carefully with your friend. Just because she had a crush on this person doesn't mean she lays the claim to them for the rest of their lives. But at the same time, you don't want to hurt your friendship and you want to make sure you tread delicately. Now, if you just start going out with this person and you're like, oh yeah, like I'm dating them, it's not gonna feel very good for your friend. It's gonna feel horrible. So I think the best way to approach it is just to have like a heart-to-heart with your friend, admit that you've had a huge crush on this person too, and if they like you back, then they've obviously made their choice. I would go about it delicately though. Like, don't rub this relationship in your friend's face, don't make them feel bad. Keep your dates and all the really amazing fun times that you have together just a little bit more on the down low, just to respect your friend's feelings so that they don't feel like you've totally backstabbed them. The thing is, you totally have a right to like a happy and positive relationship too, and your friend can't really stop you from doing that, unfortunately. So I wish you the best of luck in this situation, Kira. Okay, you guys, this next question 4 is from Kimberly. Oh my gosh, another Kimberly in the house. Welcome to Ask Kimberly. Oh my gosh, so cute. Hey girl, what are some good icebreakers to get to know a guy really fast? When I was young, I loved to play 20 questions to get to know a new guy. But now that I'm almost 19, it's becoming less and less appropriate. I believe that there's a lot of guys out there that I'd probably connect with. I just feel like I don't ask the right questions. Kimberly, I have a resource for you. Have you guys ever heard of the 36 questions that lead to love? It was published in the New York Times. There's a huge amount of research behind these questions and how they can help you feel more emotionally connected and even fall in love with someone. Yes, guys, it is research. I'm going to link the link down below. There are 36 amazing questions that you can ask your crush, including things like, would you like to be famous? And if so, what for? And what was your most embarrassing moment? Guys, this is a bank of questions. I really encourage you to go check it out, and hopefully that answers this question. Guys, the more personal and detailed questions that you can talk about with to your crush, the more you're going to be able to bond on like an emotional and spiritual level. You guys are going to be talking about things that matter to you in the world. And by hearing about like what would someone do in a certain situation, or what their greatest fear is, or things that really make them tick, you're going to get to know your crush so much better, and this will really deepen the emotional bond. So this is such a good question because I think the importance of asking really good questions to your crush can really change the fate of that relationship. Okay guys, moving on to question 5. Question 5 is from CaliGirl1123. Can I have your wardrobe at Kimberly Moffat? Oh my gosh. Okay, Cali Girl, so 1 week after this Q&A video is released, I'm gonna be putting out the Ask Kimberly Holiday Crush lookbook. Guys, this is the first one, and the outfits are so cute. They're from my favorite store ever called Honey, and they're just to die for. So in that video, we're gonna be doing a giveaway for one of the outfits. You can choose which outfit you wanna win. So you guys in my Q&A family, definitely check that video out when it comes out. Let me know if you like it and participate in the giveaway. And then if you win, we can totally be twinsies. It'll be so much fun, yeah! Question 6, you guys, it's from Lady Candy Corn. A guy I like is giving me mixed signals, but he also gets really jealous if I flirt with other girls. Meaning, love you. Love you too, Lady Candy Corn. This question I love. Okay, you guys, so if a guy is giving you mixed signals, but then also getting a little jealous when you talk to other guys, this is kind of normal because he might be deciding if he likes you. He might like you, and he's getting like that jealous feeling when you talk to other people. But I want to say one thing. Unless you are in a serious, committed relationship, a guy, a girl, anyone who's a romantic interest to you has no right to get jealous if you talk or even flirt with anyone else. You have the right to flirt with, to kiss, do anything you want with anyone until you've had the talk. The talk is about having a serious relationship with someone. No one's really allowed to lay claim to you until you have had that conversation. Now that being said, it's important to have that conversation sooner rather than later so that no one's confused about the state of the relationship or like where you're at. So my best advice for this one, if he's acting a little jealous, yay, let him get a little jealous because it's probably because he likes you. Now I'm not saying to go out there and flirt and make someone jealous for the sake of hurting them. No, obviously that's not the point here. But if your crush just happens to see you flirting and enjoying it with someone else, like maybe it'll give him more incentive to actually have that conversation with you and lock you down and be in a relationship with you. So I hope that answers your question, and I hope you really enjoy flirting in the meantime. Okay, you guys, question 7. Hashtag Ask Kimberly, what is your worst relationship date story? XOXO, love you so much. This is from Emmy Kennitz. I don't have time to tell you the full worst dating story that I've ever had, but guys, this could be like a full story time video. It's so juicy. The only concern I have is that I feel like the person who I was on this date with, like there's a chance this person might see this and I'm gonna feel so bad because they're actually the nicest person and I feel terrible sharing this. But at the same time, like I can't deprive you guys of my own juicy relationship experiences that I've had. The worst date I have ever been on is with a person who used to be a child actor. On our first date, I was really excited because I had a crush on this person for a long time, and I think he was pretty excited about the date too, but he was like a player, okay? Like I did not know that he liked me, and then when this date finally happened, I was like, oh my god, like I'm so excited, I really like this guy. But because he was known for being a player, like I wasn't expecting much. I was just like, okay, we're gonna have some fun, like it'll be a great date. This guy arrives at my place to pick me up for the date, and he brought presents for me. Lots of presents. Lots of presents. Now you guys are probably thinking, oh my god, Kimberly, like you're so lucky, a guy brought you presents, but no guys, like flowers or something on a first date is fine, but anything that's like too much kind of crosses the line and makes you feel really awkward because you're like, oh my god, this person like went to so much trouble and it's only a first date, like we don't even really know if we like each other yet. So like that raised my alarm bells like right from the get-go on that date, and I was just feeling awkward the whole time. It's not just about the gifts, it's about what the gifts actually were. One of them was a housewarming present. It was an iced tea maker. I thought that was pretty cute. It would have been fine if we had stopped there. The second gift was a journal with a selfie of himself taped to the inside. This is before selfies were even a thing, you guys, because you had to take a picture and go and get it developed at a store. There was a journal and a picture of himself taped to the inside, and it said, Kimberly, this is a place where you can write all your pretty little thoughts. Sweet. If we had been dating for like a year. And I was also kind of insulted because I was like, you think my thoughts are pretty little thoughts? Like I'm in grad school. I don't know, like it was, I just thought that was really awkward. But guys, the cherry on top of all of this, the third gift was, and he brought this, fully brought it, he brought a collection of like 10 headshots of himself from when he was a kid as an actor and a Sharpie. And he told me that if I really wanted to, that he would sign one of those headshots just for me. Because I felt so bad, I was like, sure, I'll accept one of these photos. He signed it, and that was that. And the date carried on from there. A second date never happened. And you can probably understand why. Like, this guy came on way too strong, way too fast. Even though I was fully crushing on him before the date, the fact that he just like laid all of his cards out there being like, I want to be in a relationship with you right from the beginning, for me it felt like it was just a little bit too needy. I think this guy's an awesome person. I don't think he was used to actually liking someone and going through the stage of like wooing them gradually. But in this situation, he could have played his cards totally different and made things so exciting for me and actually made a difference in the way that this date went. So the moral of the story, guys, is that it's really important to be honest about your feelings with someone and let them know that you like them. That's fine. But you really just don't want to come on too strong too soon because it might just scare that person away. I was definitely scared. Moving on. Let me know if you guys want a real story time. There's more to the story, guys. Let me know if you want a story time down below. Question 8, you guys, is from Abby RK11. She says, hey Kimberly, my best guy friend has recently admitted to having feelings for me and I've literally been in love with him since we first met. He's moving about 45 minutes away but will be able to come back every other weekend or so, plus he's getting his license soon so he'll be able to drive back. Do you think this is a good idea to start a relationship with him or should we just stay friends? Thank you so much, love you. Oh, Abby, this is such a good question. I want to tell you that I had a relationship in high school with somebody who was about 35 to 45 minutes drive away from me and I'm the one who had the car. So that relationship worked out really well because I personally loved having space in my relationship. I loved doing my own thing and also kind of keeping the balance between like my school, my hobbies, and my relationship. So it was almost better that we didn't see each other every single day. Aside from that, Abby, I'm so excited for you that he's admitted to having feelings for you and that you loved him forever. Like, that's so exciting. My advice is like, take the chance. Like, if you guys like each other, 45 minutes is not that big of a deal, especially if you're planning to see each other. Sounds like a really, really lovely young relationship and I would just say go for it. It sounds amazing and congratulations and good luck with this relationship. Don't you guys feel like these Q&As go by so fast every week? Oh my gosh, I love them so much. Like, it just feels like home sitting here in front of this camera and I feel like I'm just talking directly to you guys and there's just so much love that's coming from me to you. Like, it's crazy. So question number 9, you guys. I didn't screenshot the name, I'm really sorry, but this is you right here, this question. Kimberly, are you going to do a Christmas special about love and crushes? You did it, but it was a fall special. It was great, by the way. I absolutely love Christmas. That's why I was wondering. Love, CJ. Okay, CJ, I love Christmas too. And right after this video, this Q&A, my holiday stuff is gonna start to come out. We have been planning it. It's gonna be so much fun. And so yes, absolutely, we are doing winter date ideas and we're doing winter flirting as well. We're gonna have some holiday gift guides. We're gonna have a holiday lookbook. You guys are in for so many special things this holiday season and I just love the winter. Like, I'm so inspired by it. I love the clothes. I love the flirty, romantic, like cozy feeling of the winter. So you guys are gonna get tons of that here on Ask Kimberly and I really hope you love it. Guys, we have made it to 10 already. This is you. I don't have your name either. I'm so sorry. I've been disorganized with these Q&As. Hi Kimberly, how do I know if I like a guy? I'm so confused and I'm not sure how to act. Please help. I love your vids. They help me so much. Thank you, Kay. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay guys, a lot of you ask me this question. It's actually tons of you, whether it be in DM or on social media. How do I know if I like a guy? I have no better explanation than if you like a guy, you're probably just gonna know. Like, you're gonna feel a little bit different when you're around them versus your other friends. You're gonna feel a little bit less confident because that person kind of shakes you up. Probably gonna think of them a lot and you're also probably gonna look at them because research shows that when we like someone, we tend to just stare at them more. And guys, like, who hasn't been there? Like, just staring at your crush all day. It's like we become total creeps, let's be real. But most importantly, guys, like, when you think the words my crush, like, that person will just come to mind. Like, you're just gonna know that you have a crush on them. There's no better way to explain it. If you guys are wondering whether you like someone or not and you're like, I don't really know if I like them, like, could I go in a relationship with them? Probably don't have a crush on them, because if you had a crush, you'd be so excited, you'd be so elated, and you'd have those butterflies. So that's my honest opinion on that, is if you don't know if you have a crush on someone, you probably don't. But that's okay, because you can save those feelings for someone that you really, really do have a big time crush on. They're so much fun to have, aren't they, guys? All right, you guys, that brings us to the end of this Q&A. I'm so sad it's ending, but guys, make sure you are ready for the next Q&A because it's coming soon. I hope you are going to be ready. All right, you guys, if you love this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Come and follow me over on social media so that you don't miss the next one. And of course, guys, subscribe to Ask Kimberly, obviously, here on YouTube for more weekly videos on relationships. Love you all, guys. Bye. Mwah!